Hi Earth signs. Welcome back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. I hope you're well and staying blessed, enjoying life wherever you are. This is a Aries season read for my Earth signs. If you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, highly aspected, this read is likely for you. We're using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, 3 rows. First row representing your recent past, second row representing your current energy, third row representing your future. We'll grab 2 clarifying cards at the end. And the bottom of the deck will hold the overall energy for your read. These reads are timeless, so make them fit when you watch them. I scratched that. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. If you like feel called to watch a video like when it's even years old, it might have content for you, is what I more so mean. If it doesn't work for you, do not make it fit. Sorry, I didn't mean that. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Check out your other signs. And if those don't fit for you, then it might be time for you to just check out another reader, because we probably don't connect. Sorry. Okay. But that's okay. And you want to get someone that you connect with. So, all right, Earth signs. We've got the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands. That's interesting. The 4 of Swords, the 2 of, Spirit, but that's actually in the first card of the deck. But it's actually the High Priestess and the Fool. Major Arcana is appearing. Earth signs, what's going on with you? $88 in your read. I'm gonna give the deck one good shuffle. Forgive my cats or my dogs if it bothers you. I'm sorry, I can't control it. One of my cats is in heat. She's just talking to you. Anywho. Yeah. She says hi. And she hopes you enjoyed the content. Okay, I don't really know that. I'm just goofing. Alright, y'all. Here we go. We've got your cards pulled for my Earth sign read. Let's get into it today. Happy Aries season. Happy New Year's. Happy spring. Alright. With this baby fire season, it seems, Earth signs, that you've got an interesting spread here. The Empress is your overall energy. So, like, you could be appearing as the Empress, or just that kind of, like, that energy is really appearing for you. The Empress is representing beauty, fertility, nurturing, luxury, creativity. You showing up as this kind of energy being embodied in your life for the season, right? Love it. She's the queen of all queens. She can work with all 4 elements, so she really does represent the spirit, like the divine feminine, if you will, regardless of your gender. It's just like, it is the divine feminine. It is nurture. It is creation. So with that information, you've got the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands for your recent past. The 8 of Swords is imprisonment, entrapment, self-victimization. This is the second read ever that I've actually gotten a thought that somebody might have been actually put in jail. I'm sorry if you did. That's sad. What the fuck? Look. Okay, let's focus. Sorry. We'll come back to that if it matters. The Knight of Cups is idealistic, romantic, following one's heart. I like to call it my romanticism card. The Knight of Wands represents action, adventure, fearlessness. Yeah, you legit might have been recently imprisoned, or this is just you, like, usually this is not actual imprisonment. It can be, but usually this is you being, like, in a place, like, or relationship or otherwise, where, because of the swords mean logically you have the knowledge and the ability. You see how she could walk out and her binds aren't really that tight, so she could free herself if she just kind of tried to, and therefore she could take off her blindfold and see that she could just walk away if she wanted. She's not really entrapped, but she's kind of entrapped. This card in terms of the swords represents you logically knowing, in a way, one shape or form, like you knowing potentially that you're putting yourself in a place of, like, victimization, like self-victimization. But it could be like being entrapped or being imprisoned, and this is because you're following your heart in a really free way. Wow, what is going on? Anywho, I think that's the first time I've ever gotten a message like that ever. You, like, someone being, like, potentially just like a free spirit, and they nurture people around them and they just kind of do whatever they want, and this leads to them being victimized. But I think that in a grander scale, for the majority of my viewers, this is going to be more so like you embodying nurture, and you need to recognize when people take advantage of you because of this ability to fill their cups, and the fact that you just do it so kind of like freely. You need to start recognizing when people are energy vampires and when to say no. That's probably more like almost most of my viewers, that's probably what that means for your recent past. If you haven't been imprisoned, probably more like that. All right. So for your current energy, the Four of Swords, the High Priestess, the Fool. The Four of Swords is rest, restoration, contemplation. It's going within. It's being very focused on how to be grounded logically, how to contemplate on things that are going on around you, because you really do like to be the Empress, but you're also showing up as the High Priestess and the Fool. So, like, with these three major arcanas, okay, the High Priestess, coupled with the Empress, my lord. Okay, the High Priestess is going to represent inner voice, intuition, divine truth, wisdom, unconscious. The Fool is going to represent innocence, new beginning, wonder, foolishness. So you having to be rested because you recognize that allows you to be very intuitive and to not walk into silly situations and to follow, like, new beginnings that are actually very good for you. When you've rested, you've meditated, that you're able to hear and to pay attention more to what the universe is trying to show you. You are less like, because you've rested and you've restored your body and your vessel, you're less likely to work in your root chakra and work out of fear and survival, and therefore you're less likely to take on ventures that are foolish, and instead you will follow your intuition. Oh, it says don't do that. It says don't do that. I know it's faster, but I'm not going to do that. And then later on you hear this, and this, and you're like, oh, wow, and I should do this more often. And you should. You should follow that gut feeling. You should not ignore it. It's there for a reason. Trust it. Try it out for, like, just for a while, like a week or two, you know, or a month. Like, try it out for 30 days, you know, if you can. And during this Aries season, if you can, and in a Taurus season. And if you'll, like, really start to notice how much it carries you. So for your future Earth signs, you've got the World, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Another 8. You began with an 8, you ended with an 8. My cat's saying hi. Sorry, she's in heat. I'm sorry that if it's frustrating for my viewers. You started off with that 8 of Swords, which is kind of a card of like, not tragedy, but stress. Definitely chaos, we'll say. And in the world, the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Instead, you've got this energy of like, yes, Mickey Mouse. Sorry. With the World, you have fulfillment, harmony, and completion. So following your gut is going to lead to you no longer being in situations like this, whether it's high end or low end. Fair enough? So you following your gut is leading to this of like being in a harmonious energy. The King of Swords really thinks with like head over heart energy, very earth sign. Right, earth signs and air signs, we do get along. You're with the air, the King of Air here appearing, you're really thinking like head over heart, right? Discipline, truth with this card, how to be in harmony, and how with this Eight of Wands, how to take like rapid action, movement, quick decisions, right? So like how to be quick about this. And it's going back to that you need to make sure you're nurtured and rested because you can trust your gut. Play with that again. You'll recognize that you're in harmony. You'll recognize that you can start logically trusting your gut and learning from it. And you'll be able to make quicker decisions because of that choice, that almost like logical scientific theory of testing it out, your intuition, and seeing when and where it works. If you're not rested, you're not going to be in the right frequency. You're not going to pick up anything. You haven't meditated. You're not grounded. People want to argue this. That's fine. You don't have to understand how this stuff works. Not all information is for everyone, but for those that get it, yeah, you definitely have to be rested for your intuition to guide you. If you aren't rested, you might start being more frantic, and it will lead to you ignoring your gut out of survival. And you don't want to do that. The universe has a lot of really good things in store for you, Earth signs. So the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords are the clarifying cards here. You got a lot of air. King and Queen of Air. You could have air highly aspected, or you could be like interested in an air sign, or your partner could be an air sign. Take it how it resonates, right? You could be an earth sign, divine feminine, looking for your, never mind, I don't know. These are all just ideas, so that aren't really pertaining to your read, is my point. Not worth the content. The Seven of Pentacles represents hard work, perseverance, and diligence. The Queen of Swords represents complexity, perceptive, and clear-mindedness. So being very clear-minded on your standards, what you bring to the table, and like your abilities moving forward after you do this little trial test that we just talked about, which I find quite entertaining, and I hope it does serve you. But it'll bring you into harmony if you do follow it. And I mean, that's why I said test it out, because you don't have to change all of your ideals at once. You could just try it out for a week or two or a month. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it anymore. But I think you might like it. All right, Earth signs, I hope you like the content. I'll see you in the next read. Have a good season.